are just joining us, welcome to Siegfried and Roy's Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat here at Mirage. As you can see, our trainers are out here in our main pool. They're going to get started working with our female dolphin. For those of you around the pool walls, just keep in mind our safety guidelines. Make sure arms and legs are always staying behind those dolphin pool walls, and if you have loose personal items, make sure you're never setting them around the ledge of that pool wall to prevent anything from being accidentally bumped or blown inside. If you're traveling here with small children today, or anybody acting like a small child today, make sure they're keeping 2 feet to the ground at all times. That is for their safety as well as trainer and dolphin safety. And finally, you are always in a potential splash zone anytime you're around these pool walls. Even when our trainers are not here, anytime you're around a big body of water and playful dolphins, there's a good chance you're going to get wet. So make sure you're watching out for that. Now we are home to man-made seawater here, which does contain salt, so that salt water can be corrosive to your electronics. So if you have those phones, cameras, or tablets out taking pictures, make sure that if those get wet, you're wiping them off as soon as possible. Like I said, our trainers are out here working with our female dolphins. Now in the ocean, male and female dolphins will typically live in 2 separate groups, only coming together for breeding, and then they do go their separate ways. So we do the same thing for our animals here. Males will live together typically in bachelor pods where they make alliances with each other. And then females will live together in nursery pods where they collectively take care of their young. Each of those groups do live in a hierarchy, but since dolphins are matriarchal, that means that even though Lightning is our most dominant male, he is superseded by Duchess, who is our most dominant female. The Duchess is 43 years old. She's actually been here with us since we opened back in 1990. That is the criteria that makes her the boss, being the oldest and most experienced female. Now, Duchess is joined in here by her daughter, Huff and Puff. Huff and Puff is 18 years old, and she was born right here at the Mirage. And she has since given birth to 2 of the lovely ladies here in the pool with her. Bella, who is 10 years old, and Coco, our 1.5-year-old dolphin calf. Last but not least, and here we have Sophie. Sophie's 13 years old, and she is first-time mom to our newest addition. The littlest dolphin you see here in this pool, her name is Carly, and she is 4 months old. Now, each one of these training sessions we do with our dolphins are all completely unique and different from the last. They have their own goals and purposes, not only for the session as a whole, but for each individual dolphin. So everything you see our dolphins do during these training sessions will go back to their overall health care and well-being, mental and physical stimulation, as well as social and environmental enrichment. So, in other words, everything does have a purpose behind it. Just a second ago, you were seeing some really good high-energy behaviors. A high-energy behavior is any of those jumps, flips, tail walks, back swims, anything that really gets our dolphin's heart rate going. And although those are very exciting for us to watch, the purpose behind those is actually physical exercise. You can go ahead and take a look out towards the center there. We're going to see Miss Bella going out for some physical exercise right now. Here she goes. All of those high-energy behaviors are all based on our dolphins' natural behaviors. Dolphins will jump out of the water for a couple of different reasons. If they jump out of the water and make a big smack on the surface of the water with their bodies, that's known as a breach behavior. That's used for communication. But most of the time, dolphins are jumping out of the water just to get a really good bird's eye view of their surroundings. They can move each of their eyes independent from one another, so even though they're only out of the water for a short period of time, they do a really good look around. Now, each of our dolphins here does have their own diet and exercise plan that's tailored specifically to them and their needs, meaning our 43-year-old Duchess is not getting the same diet and exercise as our 1.5-year-old Coco is. As for that diet, take a look at each one of our trainers. They have a silver bucket with them. That's filled with just a portion of their daily diet of food. Here at the Habitat, we're feeding them a mixture of herring, capelin, smelt, and small squid. Different amounts of each depending on their own individualized diets, and they can eat about 3 to 5% of their own body weight every single day. So for our dolphins here, that equals out to around 15 to almost 30 pounds of fish per dolphin. totaling 200 to 300 pounds of that restaurant quality fish per day that we're feeding them. Our trainers do hand sort through every single fish and squid that goes into our dolphins' mouths, making sure it's absolutely perfect. If any of that fish or squid is broken in half, has any scales missing, an eye missing, or anything of that sort, it is tossed out. Now that fish is our dolphin's primary reinforcement. A primary reinforcer is something that the animal needs, so food is a really good primary reinforcer. However, our dolphins do get full. They're not always hungry, and so we have to make sure that we have a number of secondary reinforcers on hand, and that's anything that our dolphins like individually. So you're seeing that wolf bellow playing with that ball there. That is a secondary reinforcer. The ice inside of those fish buckets for some of them is a secondary reinforcer. And our trainers do a lot of relationship building with our dolphins so that the trainers in and of themselves are reinforcing just their presence and their excitement with the animal.
The Nike switch.
Ready. 3, 2, 1. Going out!
We do like to make sure that our trainers have extremely good relationships with our animals because a lot of the behaviors that you see out to the side do actually go back to their healthcare. If you take a look to the middle of that deck area, there is a big platform scale up there, and that is actually how we obey our dolphins. We can ask them to slide up onto that scale so that they can weigh themselves. Now, any behavior in which an animal cooperates or participates in their own healthcare is known as a husbandry behavior. Also, with those husbandry behaviors, we can take a variety of biological samples from our dolphins, such as voluntary urine and fecal samples. Yes, our dolphins know how to pee in a cup for us. We can also take respiratory samples, gastric samples, blowhole cultures. We can ask our dolphins to lay out for daily physical examinations and ultrasounds and even perform x-rays on them all with their cooperation, which is very important to keeping them happy and healthy here at Mirage. Now those look like our trainers are going to be wrapping up this training session here. That next scheduled training session will take place right around 12:15. We'll go ahead and announce that once again as we see our trainers heading out poolside. As you'll see, our trainers are throwing out some of those environmental enrichment devices or pool toys. You want to make sure that you never reach over the wall to grab any of those toys. It is just a really good rule of thumb for life to never get between a 500-pound animal and their favorite toy. You want to make sure if they're on the dolphin side, they stay on the dolphin side. However, if they decide to throw those balls on the outside of the pool wall, you're more than welcome to grab them and toss them back inside. Just make sure you don't aim them directly at any of our animals.
So I see everybody.
Look! Okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
You saw him? Yeah.
Here's two.
I'm right here. So careful.
How about that whale?
Look at the dolphin. Careful.
Our trainers are going to stay out here and do a little bit of dolphin playtime. We do like to end all of these training sessions on a high note. Since our females are still interested in participating, we'll go ahead and do some fun playtime with them. Like I said, our trainers will be back out to work with another group of our dolphins right around 12:15. Like I said, again, we'll announce that as we see our trainers heading out poolside. We'll let you know which pool they're going to be heading to. But in the meantime, you're on a self-guided tour throughout the habitat. On either side of the pool where the session just concluded, are some dark carpeted ramps that'll take you down to an underwater viewing area so you can see these lovely ladies through those underwater windows. That's going to be probably the best place to get pictures of our newest little addition. We do have our bachelor pod located right next door here in the center pool, and you can also see them through those underwater windows. But if it was those lions, tigers, and leopards you're looking for, you're going to want to head across that center channel bridge over towards that jungle theme tent. That's going to be the entrance to the secret garden with all the lions, tigers, and leopards. There's two sides to that garden that is shaped like a horseshoe, so make sure you see both sides while you're back there.
Offers up one.
Now while you're back with those lions, tigers, and leopards, just make sure you're keeping in mind that those big cats do sleep a great portion of the day, up to 18 hours a day on average. So if they are asleep while you're back there, we ask that you respect that sleep. However, if they're up until they there's a good chance they're going to be spraying to mark their territory. So if you find yourself with one of those cats tails straight up in your direction, that is a really good time to move. Off to one side or the other to avoid that line of spray. Going backwards won't save you all of the time, as some of those cats can spray up to 20 feet to mark their territory, so keep an eye out for that while you're back there. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask. We have education staff like myself located all throughout the facility. My name is Allison, and joined over here by Danielle. We'd be more than happy to answer those questions, as well as any of the Dolphin Care specialists located poolside after these sessions conclude. We know you have a lot of options for visiting Las Vegas, so we want to thank you for spending at least a portion of your day here with us at Siegfried and Mirage Secret Garden and Dolphin Habitat here at Mirage.
You know.
Keep going.